up today already? Good. Okay, let's do this one. Ready, guys? So let's look at this one. We're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form with a line that passes through the given point and parallel. I don't know why my dog is barking so much. We'll check it out in a little bit. Let's try this one out. Ready? Let's try number 11. Okay, copy it down. Look at it real quick. Now, if you remember what we're trying to do here, the key idea is parallelness and perpendicularness. We'll work on parallel, 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 and then at the end we'll go with a little bit of the perpendicular. I kind of talked about it a little bit, didn't cover it too much with anybody, but we'll get practice. What tutoring is, get you better. Okay. Now, no stress right now. Don't worry about if you get it right or wrong or whatever. Hopefully you get it right, but don't freak out if you get it wrong. Okay. Let's see. Y'all ready or what? Okay, let's try 11. When it comes to 11, it's not too hard. Please make sure you understand that what it's talking about here is talking about the parallel. Okay, when it comes to being parallel, let's do what it says here. Write an equation in slope-intercept form. So make sure you know we're going to slope-intercept form, which can be y is equal to mx plus b. We're going to try to do that, and we're going to use it, I guess, parallel to this line here. Kind of cut the y off, going through this point. What's up, Samantha? Glad you could join us. So let's first find out here. I'm going to find out my slope. My slope, looking at it, is a 1. Okay, it's not written there, but it's what? Let me see. It's a 1. So we're going to come out here and use point slope form. We're going to go as, what's going on with that? We're going to go with y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. And we're going to go with a y minus a negative 2. And y'all see what I'm presenting? I didn't even think about that. Thank God. Y minus a negative 2. Is equal to my slope of 1 times the quantity of x minus 3. And there she goes. So this becomes a plus sign. So we're going to have y plus 2 is equal to, right here, 1 times x minus 3. Now regarding this part right here, we don't have slope-intercept form, and we want it in slope-intercept form. So let's try that one. We're going to come out here and, what is that called? How would we say? What are we going to do here? What is that called? What are we going to do here? And your, I guess, vocabulary words, guys. What are we doing? Using your math terminology, or algebra terminology. What are we trying to do here? Somebody? What's up, Andrea? Javier, I didn't see that right now. If you look at your slope, it's going to be y is equal to mx plus b. You see, my slope is a number right by the x. And the x is right here. There is no number there written by it, but there is a 1 there. Because if you think about that, if you just have an x there, what do you have? You have 1x. Okay? Now, what if you were to have 2x? Well, then we would have the number 2 by it. Okay? But in this situation, we don't have the 1 written there by it. We just don't ever do this. We don't ever write 1x. So when you see the x like that, it's automatically known as a 1, right? You're good, brother. Don't worry about it. You got to make sure you got it. Leilani, you say distribute, but look at this. If I distribute, it stays the same, right? Boom. But you're right, distribute. And it stays like that. What's my next move now? Next move? Minus 2, minus 2. Cancel out here. We're going to go with y is equal to x, well, minus 5. And there is my equation. Parallel. You see the same slope? You see this, Javier? Same slope. Parallel to it. Now, this one goes, let me see, that one. If you look at this one real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it goes up 1 over 1. It goes like this. This one down here it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 5, and it goes up 1, up 1. Now, let's look at this point. This point is 3, negative 2. 1, 2, 3, down 2. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Does it cross through that point? Estamos en fuego. Oh, were you giving Hannah notes or what? Were you giving Hannah some notes? It's all good. Okay, I already have 12 guys done for most of us, or some of us. Let's try 13 now. Please try 13. Again, look, I'm YouTubing this one in a little bit. I'm videotaping it. I'm screen recording it, so we can put it on YouTube right now, okay? Try 13 all on your own. Okay, y'all ready? What's my first move? How about that? I'm going to let y'all do this. What do I do here? I only have 300 subscribers. I went down. What? Oh, 300 some. I see it. What do I do, guys? Come on. What do I do? Anybody know? Okay, cool. I like validate. I like that. It's going to be y minus y1 is equal to m. X minus x1. What do I do next? Anything that we need to do now? Anything. Do I know any of that stuff that you put on there? Y minus 2. Oh my God. Samantha is on fuego. Samantha, where did you get that 5 from? Oh, it isn't. You put a negative 5. I just couldn't see it. Negative 5. Excellent, sister. X minus 0. And then just go from there, right? Again, what do I do now? Cricket. Anybody? Anybody? Distribute, perfect. So I have y minus 2 is equal, distribute here becomes a negative 5x. This times this is just gone. I'm not going to even write anything. It becomes plus 0, but I don't even need that, so I'm just not going to put anything. We're going to have over here. What do I do now? Let me see. What do I, plus 2? Man, you guys are on fire, guys. I'm going to go plus 2, plus 2. This cancels out here. Y is equal to a negative 5x plus 2. Man, you guys are on fire. Keep it up. I don't know what's up with my dog. I went and checked real quick. I did not see anything. Let's go number 14. 14 it up. Okay, ready, Carly? Let's do it to it. What do I do now? Come on. Somebody? Anybody? Point slope form. Thank you so much. So we're going to go with y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. Y minus Samantha is on fire, but it is on fire. And then we're going to go with x minus 4. How about almost? How about almost, Samantha? What's wrong with that one right there? Maybe your nails got in the way too. I wonder. Oh, you did? Oh, I can't see the second one. Oh yeah, you're right. There are 2 negatives. My bad. So you're right. My bad. Okay, perfect. So we have that. Now we're going to go like that. Validate. Perfect. Plus 4. And then we'll just do the regular stuff. Anybody else? Anybody can help me now. What do I do? Do you see how it's the same thing over and over again? I like algebra because basically it says you can do this and do that and do this and do that. Basically, you're just always moving around x's or y's and numbers and solving for an unknown, a variable. Distribute, and man, you guys are y minus 2 is equal to a negative 1/2 x minus 2. And then we're going to add 2. We're going to go y is equal to a negative 1/2 x. That's it. Negative 2 add 2, add 2. Isn't it 4 over 2? Oh, wait. Yeah, but remember, it's also negative. Okay? I was like, where are you getting that 4 over 2? So yeah, when I multiply this times this, it does give me a 4 over 2, but remember, a negative times a positive gives me a negative. So when I simplify this out or clean it up, it gives me that. And then now I'm left with this. I'm going to add 2 to get rid of this right here. And then this would cancel out with that adding 2 from over here, just leaving you with that. What do y'all think now? But I did a good job, sister. You're doing it right. Okay, let's try 15. 15 it up, guys. 15 it up. It's late in the day already. Hey, first day back? First day back and it's still functioning. Did you go to sleep real late? I bet you did, right? Hey, that's what you're supposed to do when you're young. You're supposed to stay up late, do a bunch of crazy stuff. And when you get my age, no se puede. No se puede. All right, Javier, keep it up. Hey, it's just practice, brother. Okay, so let's come out here. What do I know about this one right here? We have a point, and remember, it has to be parallel, and they want it in slope-intercept form. Just go back to each one of those. Y is equal to mx plus b. I don't know why my thing is acting funny. It's really, I don't know, it's bothering me a little bit. But let's just continue, right? We're going to do... If you stay up late right now, how about that, Valerie? You're getting ready for college, if that makes sense. Because, yes, nobody will monitor you, and you just stay up way late. And Sam got it here. We're going to go with y. Come on, y and minus 3 is equal to the slope of a negative, and I see the negative now, negative 3/4 x, perfect. My bad. X minus negative 2. Thank you, Samantha, for spacing it out. Man, you are on fire. Becomes a big plus sign. So we're going to have y minus 3 is equal to a negative 3/4 x plus 2. And then now, well, we got party all night, distribute. Okay, we're going to go with y minus 3 is equal to a negative 3/4 x, and multiply this times this. Multiply this times this. What does that give me? Two, three. It gives me a negative 6 over 4. Okay, but what I don't like, this part right here, I guess I can simplify that. So let me see, I'll do it right here. Negative 6 over 4. Divide them both by 2. Divide them both by 2 becomes a 3 over 2. Negative 3/2. So this part, I would not write that down. I would write a negative 3/2. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add 3 here, add 3 here. Remember, you can use your calculator for this stuff to add fractions up, okay? We're going to have y, these cancel out, is equal to a negative 3/4 x. This part right here, remember, this is a negative 3/2 and a 3. What does that give me now, guys? Hey, Tristan, what's up, brother? Well, just think about money. This is a negative $1.50, and this is a positive 3. So I'm going to go with $1.50. Does that make sense? I'll do the math here, just in case. I know we haven't seen fractions in a while, and fractions are not the best thing for us. So I have a negative 3/2, and I'm going to have a positive 3. Well, I have to make a common denominator. So what I'm going to do is, remember, there's a 1 down here. I'm just going to explain this math. Well, for the common denominators, I'm going to look at the 2, right? And I'm going to make them both a 2 on the bottom. If you look at this one right here, it's already a 2, so this top one stays the same. Now for this one down here, I basically multiplied this one times 2 to give me that, and this one times 2, which now gives me 6 over 2. And remember, this is a positive down here, this is a negative. So when I'm adding fractions, I keep the same denominator, and now I should do the top parts. Now this one says positive 6, negative 3, positive 3. And there it is. If you got that, awesome. If you didn't, so sorry about that. It would just be the fraction part that would get you freaked out. Let's do number 16, guys. Let's do number 16. Kind of got it? Yes, Tristan. Hey, guys, don't even refer to use the calculators. Just punch out in the calculators. Valeria, I'll call your mom today. I found a cord that you can use. If not, then you can go ahead and buy one. If you buy it from Amazon, it becomes way, way good for you. It's like $5. Okay? If you want, I can lend you one. I think I can find it. If not, well, ni modo. Here we go. Ready? Let's try this one real quick. Again, same idea. Remember, they want parallelness. So my slope in this one, I'm going to use a 13, right? So I'm going to still use my point slope form of y minus y1 is equal to m, and then x minus x1. Samantha is on fire. I was barely writing that, and she already wrote this down. Jeez. Perfect. Ooh, man, this is not going to be nice, but I think we can still get it, right? I think we can still do it. When what? Yeah, whatever. Distribute. We're going to go with y minus 12 is equal to 13x. Here we go. My jokes have to be spontaneous. They can't be planned. I am not. It's so horrible. Here we go. 13 times 9. Let's see what that is. 27. 9, 10, 11. We're good? I think that's pretty good right there, right? Okay, did I do everything right? What do y'all think? 13x, 13 times 9. Is my multiplication right? Looks good? All right. So then, what's my next move? 12. These cancel out and go with y is equal to 13x. In this situation, well, we're going to come out here and do what? Well, okay, it's a positive and a negative integer. So when we're like this, we keep them. I don't know how you're elementary, or I think it was 5th, 6th grade teacher. So what I'll do is I'll just subtract, but I'll keep the sign of the one that I have more of. Okay, and then 5. And there it is. Why I'll subtract is because when you have positive and negatives, they cancel out with 0 pairs. And since I have, more negatives than I do have positives, when they finish canceling out, there's going to be more negatives left over. Okay? Easy cheesy. Okay, we're about, halfway through the tutoring. Do y'all want to try some, how about this, perpendicular stuff or not? Now, the perpendicular stuff is really easy. So, this is to your advantage. For being here right now, honestly, we should do some perpendicular stuff. Now, when it comes to the perpendicular, it's the same approach. Let me come back to the book and show you what you need to do. When it's perpendicular to it, you seriously need to find the slope. Okay, you need to find the slope. When it comes to finding the slope, well, if you know the slope, say, just humor me, of A over B. Well, for the perpendicular slope, we'd have B over A negative. Remember I told you about that. So you basically want to get the slope and then get the negative reciprocal of it and then do the equation with that new slope. So look at the book. Yeah, honestly, it's pretty easy. Don't worry, Samantha. We'll do a couple. So let me just restart this one again, right? Samantha says she kind of like, okay. So for this one right here, it's a lot like parallel, but this one has to be perpendicular. For us to be perpendicular, we know the slopes have to be negative reciprocals. So let me first find out the slope of this one. I want to identify it. The slope in this situation is going to be a negative 1/2. For the slope of the line that's going to be perpendicular to this one, I would get the negative reciprocal. I would flip it over. I would do a 2/1. Negative of a negative becomes a what? Positive? So now it's just 2/1, which in my opinion, I don't like. Now just write it as a 2. So now that I have my slope, this is the slope of the one that's going to be perpendicular to this one. When I have my slope for that one, and I have the point that they want it to run through, I have the two things I need for a point slope form. When it comes to point slope form, I should go with that. Y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. Okay? Yeah? That's it. Pretty easy. Plug it in there. Let's do this one, right? So we're going to go with y minus 3 is equal to m, which is the new m, the new one, the one that's going to be perpendicular to it, 2 times x minus a negative 2, which I don't like that. I have y minus 3 is equal to 2 times x plus 2. And there it is. What do y'all think, guys? Más o menos? I'm not going to lie to you. That is almost complete. Because remember, I want it y equals mx plus b. Mx plus b. So I can't turn that in because it's round. Now I do what? Come on, talk to me. Almost I did. What I would do is distribute. Remember, like we did last time, I always distribute first to get rid of this part over here. So if I distribute here, I already get. Now there's somebody honking at my house. Y minus 3 is equal to this. Now we'll do the Javier add 3. And then we'll have these cancel out. We're going to go with y is equal to 2x plus 7. Perfect. Since we want it to be perpendicular, you see this right quick? That part right there is my slope that is given to us of a 3. So if you kind of look at this one, we have that line plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going through it 1, 2, 3 over 1. It's going down it like that. Okay, kind of steep, right? 3. Now, for it to be perpendicular, remember this is 3 over 1. We're going to flip it over and put a 1 over a 3. Positive, now negative. Think about this one, from that point right here. Now I'm going to come down here and go down, let me see, 1 over 3. Well, you see how they would be perpendicular? You see how they would be a 90-degree angle? That's what we want. But we don't want it going through this point. We want it going through this point here. Okay, but just FYI, because we did that, now my slope is going to give me an equation of a line that is perpendicular to the given 3. How does it become a negative? It's just because we just know we need to make it negative, if that makes sense. So, like, look at this one, Samantha. We have a line that's here positive, right? For one to be perpendicular, it's going to have to come through here be negative, right? Does that make sense? If we have a line that's going to be with a negative slope, well, we know when it comes through here, for it to be perpendicular, it has to be positive. So we're just kind of making that happen. Okay, so that's the kind of idea behind that, Sam, and we're working to that, like, to our advantage. Since we know that, we're going to make it happen. So let's come out here and work on this one, ready? So we were given the slope of 3, and now we're going to make it perpendicular. We're going to go ahead and do the negative reciprocal, and we got that. So that's the slope we're going to use, and it's going to this point. That's just it. So let's come on here. First step, what do I have? I have my point that's given to us, and now I found my slope. Okay, so we're going to use that slope. When it comes to that slope, we're going to have it a fraction. I think Samantha was asking right now, right? Sir, what happens if you have a fraction? Well, let's just use that fraction. And if you look earlier, Carly. Hey Carly, I think you're kind of right, but wrong. Do you see why or no? I think you used the point from over here. Oh wait, I don't know. Somehow you use both points. Okay, so the point slope formula would be like this: y minus y1 is equal to m, and we go x minus x1. So y minus y1 of 4, I give you that part, Carly, equals m, my slope of a negative 1/3, and then x minus x1, look at x1, negative 1. I don't know why you got a negative 2. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. There it comes. Ready? So that's kind of where we're at. Now, if you look at that one, we have that. It wants it to be in slope-intercept form, so what do I do now? Cricket, cricket. I guess it's not really cricket, right? Because the dog is barking. Distribute. Let's do it. So we're going to distribute right here. Distribute here. We're going to go to the negative 1/3 x, that first distribution right there. And then we distribute again. A negative 1/3. And we're having the front y minus 4 is equal to that. Next thing is, Johnson, is it fair? Go shut that dog up. Do something with him. You can have it go. So, now what do I do, guys? That's it, plus cancels here. I'm going to go to y is equal to a negative 1/3. This part right here, how do we do that one? Besides use the calculator. We practice or what? We practice? GCD. LCD, lowest common denominator. That's it, sister. So I'll step on the side real quick, and I'll do the math on the side right here. We're going to have a negative 1/3, and then we're going to have a 4, guys, over 1. Okay, so the denominators are a 1 and a 3. So I'm going to keep this one the same, right? This one over here, well, I want to multiply it times 3 over 3. That's a 1, guys. So basically, if you look at this, I'm multiplying 4 times 1. If it's a 1 over, or 3 over 3, that's a 1, right? So I'm multiplying 4 times 1. It becomes, what, 12 over 3? It looks different, but it still has the same value. So now I have this part here, and I have a 12 1/3. So then I'll have, what would it become? Anybody know what it becomes? Yes, it is. So what it becomes is, well, a negative 1 and a positive 12 becomes a positive 11 over 3. Going once, going twice. What do y'all think? I think it's positive, no, my Lydia? Oh, it's your now again. Hilarious. What do y'all think, guys? Y'all getting it now? Javier, what do you think, brother? Okay. Practice makes perfect, brother. That's why we're here in tutoring. Okay. Okay, so number 10 here. Remember, we're given this point here, and then this equation and and standard form. I want to go ahead and solve this one for y, so it can be in slope-intercept form. So what I do here is, like you all said, like Tristan said, thank you so much, we're going to minus 3x. These would cancel out, and we're going to go with a negative 4y is equal to a negative 3x minus 2. Now, I'm already looking at this and putting it as the x term first, so it can be in the slope-intercept form, okay? Now, I've already done that. What do I do now? Again, I went ahead by what kind of 4? By -4. So I get this right here, because that is a y that's right here being multiplied by a -4. I will divide by a -4. That right there gives me the 1 I want. I want 1y. I'm not going to write 1y. I'm just going to say y, right? But I divide that one by -4. So I have to divide this one by -4, divide this by -4. These cancel out, slash give me that 1y is equal to 3/4 x. This right here is a -2 divided by a -4, which gives me positive 1/2. Come on, Javier, let's go, brother. Okay, regarding this part right here, I still have not started, I guess, to write my equation. Remember, I did this to go ahead and solve for y. So now this could be in slope-intercept form, which now allows me to find my m. What is my m in this situation? What's my slope in this situation? What's my slope here? That's it, 3/4. My slope is 3/4. Remember, it's written by the x. So regarding this part, remember the rule, or not the rule, the directions. It wants us to be perpendicular. For my equation to be perpendicular to this one, what do I do to my slope? What do I do to my slope? Anybody know the slope of the line? Carly? Ooh, yeah. Carly got it. And like Valeria says, flip it. So we're going to come out here, flip it over, 4/3. Okay, that one's 3/4. Flip it over, 4/3. That's called the reciprocal. Now, in this situation, it's positive, so we're going to make it negative. Good job, Carly. Good job, Valeria. So this is the slope of the line that is going to be perpendicular to that one, okay? This is the slope of the line that's going to be perpendicular to that one. Now, if you forgot, where did we get the slope? It was not given to us, but it was in hiding in the original equation that they gave us. So for the original equation, which was here, we went ahead and solved for y, found my slope to be 3/4. Got that slope, get the negative reciprocal of it to get the equation, to get the slope of the line that would be perpendicular to that line, which happens to be that one. And now one more thing, thank you, thank you. We do use a point slope form. We get this slope, we get that point, and we use a point slope form, which is y minus y1 is equal to m, and then x minus x1. And that's it. And we start plugging the stuff in. That's it. So y minus y1. Where's y1? This stuff up here, right? 6. M, which is 3. Oh, wait. My bad. -4/3. Then x minus x1, which is 3. Kind of done-ish, because they want it in slope-intercept form. Remember, slope-intercept form is back to this part here, where we want it to be y is equal to mx plus b. We distribute, thank you so much, Valeria. We distribute here. That gives me a -4/3 x. I'm so curious. Right here in the green, when I multiply this times this, ooh, which one is it? Yes, you're right. So yes, so I put in the chat. Perfect, Valeria. Thank you so much. When you multiply this times this, it gives you a +4. Excellent. And then we have y minus 6 is equal to that. Almost done, right? Now we add 6. Perfect. We're going to add 6 here, add 6 here. This now, if you don't mind, I want to come and write it up here. We have y, these cancel out, equals. Well, there's nothing that happens here, so you can rewrite that -4/3 x, and this plus 10. And there it is. Oops. Forgot. Don't worry about it. I understood it. Keep it up. Carly, good job, Valeria. What do y'all think, guys? Yes, no, maybe so? Do y'all want to practice a star test question? 1 or 2 star test questions? I think they're pretty easy, honestly. If you know the rules, hey, negative reciprocals, goes to the point. Let's just practice real quick. Where is it? Right here. Okay, here it is. You see it? This practice number 50. A point and a line are shown below. So here's your point. Here's your line. Which of the following equations passes through the point and is perpendicular to this line? Carly, you can't be leaving to the restroom. So that I came to it. Horrible, horrible, Valeria. Okay, we're looking at 50. Okay, we're looking at 50 right here. Don't do this one yet. And look at this one here. Okay, a point and a line are shown. Here's your point. Here's your line. Which of the following equations passes through the point and perpendicular to the line?